If you've been waking up tired and then by 10 a.m. craving more coffee or carbs or cookies, and then by 3 p.m. you're crashing and feeling it, then stick around here because I'm Dr. Adam, functional medicine doctor, and I'm going to show you how to retrain your body to make good, clean energy that actually lasts you throughout the day. See, so when you're feeling like this, your batteries are just empty, then other people tend to tell you things like, you just got to manage your stress or just sleep better, right? But here's the truth, is that if you're running on coffee and carbs all day, then your body isn't going to be able to burn fat. That's fat both from your diet and fat tissue on your body. And so that's what's holding you back from recharging your batteries, because burning fat is what really helps you to recharge your batteries. So it doesn't matter how many green juices or adaptogenic herbs you take or how many deep breaths you take to manage your stress, right? This is going to be your holdup. So let me show you what's actually behind the energy roller coaster that you're on every day. Because most of the women that we work with aren't eating junk all day. You know, they may have their weak moments, of course, but in general, they're trying, they're putting effort in, and they're, trying to eat clean and go to the gym. And at the same time, they still feel like they're dragging themselves through the day with a body that just won't cooperate, right? And that's frustrating because from the outside, it looks like you're doing everything right, but under the surface, your body's just running on a fuel system that is out of sync. And so, we want to get you to feeling here, but the reason you're not right now isn't because you're not trying hard enough, it's just because your metabolism has lost its flexibility. Now, let me show you exactly what I mean. So your body has two main fuel sources. The first type is sugar. Sugar is a type of carbohydrate. And so sugars and carbs are quick fuel sources. They're easy to access, quick to burn, but they don't last long at the same time. On the other hand, fat, and as well as protein for that matter, are slower and steadier forms of fuel. They're much more efficient then over time, is what that means. Now here's the problem, is that most women we see are stuck running almost entirely on sugar and carbs, even when they're eating clean. Okay, they're not getting enough of the good, healthy fats and proteins, and so that's what leads your energy spike. It's a kind of spike in the morning, and then it crashes by 3, and then go for more carbs, so you get it back, and then you crash again, right? So you're on that roller coaster ride, and then the same happens through the evening, which is why you wake up tired. And that's also why you get that mid-morning carb craving. That's happening right about here when your energy starts to dip after that morning kick from your coffee or whatever it is, right? Then you'll feel okay for a little while, and then hit another wall in the afternoon. So it's not just the stress from your schedule and having too much of a workload and responsibilities in life. And yes, those are important to control. It's important to become more resilient to stress. But this metabolic wall is going to remain an obstacle if we don't take care of the fact that your body is only relying on burning sugar and carbohydrate-rich foods. Now, this is your cell. Okay, every cell in your body looks like this, and they all have these little red guys here are called mitochondria. Mitochondria are the power plants inside your cells. They produce the energy that you need, and they're actually primarily designed to burn fat for energy. But when they get inflamed or overloaded or undernourished by a diet that's rich in carbohydrates, among having stress and environmental toxins, but the thing that's most under your control is the diet, right? Too many carbs overloads the system, okay? By the way, quick side note, we're not demonizing carbs as horrible and bad and you can never have them. You can have some of them, especially if you're exercising and increasing your metabolism that way, but you just don't want to rely on them as the base of your diet. Okay, so because what's happening as you're doing that is that relying on these foods means that your body, instead of burning fat like you want to do, your body just keeps screaming for more snacks, more sugar, more bread, right? More caffeine even, or something sweet, just because that's the only fuel that it remembers how to use. And this isn't just about energy. This affects your hormones and your mood and your cravings and your body's ability to burn fat. Fat metabolism here is decreased. Instead, it increases the fat storage tendency. Okay, it also affects your sleep, your motivation. It's affecting everything. Okay, but here's the good news, is that you can retrain your metabolism. And it starts with a few strategic changes. The first thing to do is eating more protein. This is one of the most important things you can do, especially first thing in the morning. Now, this sets your metabolism up to work properly for the day. Okay, when you get 25 to 30 grams of quality protein in the morning when you wake up, that you stabilize your blood sugar before the spikes, right? This keeps cravings at bay, keeps crashes in check. And so what we're talking about here is skipping the granola bar and instead going for something like eggs or turkey sausage or Greek yogurt that's unsweetened, right? Generally something, if you want to sweeten your plain Greek yogurt, add some fruit in it. Or make a protein smoothie with some healthy fats. Just don't overload it with fruit and a bunch of sugar. Okay, again, that's defeating the purpose. So throw some nut butter in your smoothie as well. That's another really great option. So that's protein number one. Next is to add good healthy fats at every meal. Okay, so fat is not the enemy here. Fat does not make you fat. It's the excess carbs that tend to put weight onto people and increase cardiovascular risk. Right? It's hard to get too many good fats, the healthy fats, and too much quality protein. Okay, so add things like half or whole avocado to your meal, a handful of almonds or olives, whole olives. You can also use the oil derived from olives, olive oil or avocado oil. Just pour that onto your meal, whether it's vegetables or salad or the meat or potatoes, whatever you're eating. Okay, you can also use grass-fed butter in your skillet when you're cooking up some things. You can also use fatty red meat like beef that's organic and grass-fed ideally. These are all good fats that you want in your diet. Because fats nourish your brain, they also help you curb your hunger by kind of calming your hunger hormones. And they kind of give you that slow release fuel that we're talking about here that helps keep you focused and energized and full for hours, right? Not craving all these things that you might be struggling with. And cravings, by the way, are just a sign that your body isn't getting some of the nutrients it needs. And I'll tell you, the fats is what we see with most people that we work with that they're not getting enough of. Next is to stretch out the time between each meal. And we want at least 4 hours between meals, because if you're eating every 2 to 3 hours just to keep your blood sugar up, quote unquote, then your metabolism is never going to learn how to burn fat for energy. So instead, try spacing the meals out 4 or 5 hours apart without snacks in between. And it might feel hard at first. If it does, that's partly the metabolic switch retraining itself. The other part of it is that you may not be getting enough water during this time either. Make sure you're hydrating well in between meals and getting enough good fats and protein at each meal while leaving out the carbs. You just don't need them, right? So most people feel surprised how good they feel once they get past this kind of initial period, teaching their body to burn fat and protein for fuel instead of demanding more and more carbs. So make sure you're hydrating, make sure you're spacing meals out and getting enough of these nutrients on your plate each time. And the last one is going to be walking. Just go for a walk after your meals. 10-15 minutes, right, after you're finished eating. It's one of the best tools out there for your metabolism because it's going to lower your blood sugar. There's research that shows this, by the way. And it improves your insulin sensitivity, it reduces cravings, it gets your mind off of the food again, you get some fresh air, get your body moving. And the bonus here, of course, too, is that it's just calming. It's just calming for your nervous system, which is going to be good for your digestion and hormone balance overall. So when you start to make these simple but effective changes, your body will stop fighting you and it'll start working for you. Finally wake up clear again, you'll feel lighter in your own skin. You have the energy finally to show up, not just for work or for errands, but for your family and for you. And by 3 p.m., right, you're not crashing anymore. You're back in control. You just feel like yourself again. That's what happens. We see this all the time with people that we work with, that when your metabolism remembers how to burn real fuel, everything falls back into place again. Okay, so if you're thinking, well, how do I start? Well, we made it easy. You can book a free discovery call with us using the link below. We'll look at your symptoms, your concerns right now, your history, your routine, what you're doing that's working, what you're doing that's not working, and help you figure out where you need to go to support your system the right way. Okay, so we're here when you're ready. Book that call using the link below. And if this hit home for you and got you thinking, then drop a comment below. I'd love to know what resonates with you or what you tried that's worked or didn't work in the past. Okay, and I'll see you in the next one.